after rook d2, white can go on to attack the h4 pawn. The multi-purpose square of d4 not only hits a4, but very often you can next march king d3 and defend the h4 pawn at the same time if white makes the move rook to h6.
Exactly. The king is free to go after rook h6, back to f3. The rook defends, the rook attacks. The queenside is going to collapse, and then black will have at least one more extra pawn in addition to the h-pawn. So after rook to d4, it's Ding Liren on the clock. He's kind of running out of moves, Tanya. That's the problem for him. And if this rook were on f6 already, knight f2 is checkmate. That's just kind of funny geometry. So if you play b5, that's mate. I don't think I've seen a checkmate like this.
Oh, wow. So actually after rook f6, you might have to watch out to not pick up the a4 pawn. Because take a look at this. If you go rook f6 here, well, he's gone for b3, but just to show there are tricks of rook f4 check and picking up the a4 rook.
Wow. It's not just knight forks. It's rook checks that win a rook behind the enemy king. But instead, Ding Liren plays the move pawn to b3. And I think this rook should sit on the b4 square. It is defended. It defends b6. It attacks b3. It protects h4. The rook does it all from b4. This is looking really...
And I don't see a way that white can actually defend that b3 pawn after rook b4.
I don't think you can.
Rook b4, you can go rook at 6, trying to put pressure on the h4 pawn. And he makes it. He goes. There we see some fine technique on display by Praggnanandhaa.
And if the rook comes to f6, we've been so fixated on the h4 pawn. The idea, king d3, king c3, take, you just are helping your passed pawns. Helping your passed pawns. Shouldn't your king be on g3? You're about to have new passed pawns over here on the queen side. So I do think that Ding Liren, he's finding some good ideas trying to survive. But Praggnanandhaa, on the other hand, is increasing the pressure move after move. Yeah, this is just looking too good for Pragg. I mean, what after king d3 can white even do there?
And Ding Liren has been in form in this event. He won the first game against Gukesh, then went on to draw against Parham and Magnus. He was the one who was pushing against Parham as well. So Pragg is playing an opponent who actually has been in shape in the event. And that also speaks volumes about Pragg's play today. To beat Ding in this stage with the form that Ding has been displaying is absolutely impressive. There's, of course, still work to be done, and the game isn't over, but so far, just brilliant play by Pragg. King d3, the idea comes to him. Robert, we've been talking about the queenside pawn, and he finds it. The rook finds itself in the ideal spot, defending the h4 pawn. Look at the coordination between black's pieces. The knight, the king, and the rook. The rook on b4 defends the b6 pawn, the h4 pawn. The knight on e3 defends all kinds of checks on the third rank. And now king is marching on to c2 to pick up the b3 pawn. Just playing it slow, rook b3 in the air, and that's it.
Game.
A huge result for Praggnanandhaa as Ding Liren resigns.
He just throws in the towel because the position is collapsing. b3 is loose. a4 will fall after that. This rook on b4 defended everything. A huge win for Praggnanandhaa. This is perhaps the biggest accomplishment of his career to this point. He has taken down Magnus Carlsen in the Champions Chess Tour on several occasions, but he's just taken